NWSL Matchday 19 features kickoff on Friday. Angel City against Seattle Reign. It's their first meeting of the season. Saturday, we've got Washington against Portland. That match on Big CBS at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, Gotham FC take on Houston Dash. The Red Stars take on Orlando Pride, the undefeated Pride. And in Alex Morgan's final game of her career at Snapdragon Stadium with the San Diego Wave, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern against the North Carolina Courage. And you can watch all that coverage on the Golazo Network. Let's preview some of these matches, including one of the biggest ones that we have, Washington against Portland. They did meet earlier in the season in May, Portland winning 2-1 over the Washington Spirit. And since then, Portland has had a bit of an up and down season. They only have one win in their last 6 matches, Christine. How do the Thorns turn it around this weekend?
They have. I think that with Summer Cup and also now, God, the way too long. What is it?
Champions Cup.
There we go. We need an abbreviation for me for that. Coming off a win there, I think they still have the fire in their bellies to get it done. I think it's just a matter of just correcting and getting it back to the organized state that Rob Gale had turned them into when he first took them over. I haven't counted them out just yet. Washington Spirit obviously are a strong team. They should be a little bit scary for them to come up against. But even more reason to just review your tactics and how you're going to approach this match.
Although Washington is so strong, Darian, they've been conceding goals. When you look at their last 5 matches, they haven't had a clean sheet. So that's a little bit promising for Portland in the attack.
That's a promise.
Am I fishing over here?
I think you're looking for something. You're grasping at straws. I don't think Portland are going to be able to really take it to Spirit. Spirit, for me, are just at this apex in the season where they're on fire into the attack. Yes, Corey Bethune is not there, but they did really, really well by bringing in Lacey Santos, who can fill into that 10 position, who is so technical, has great vision, can thread a ball through passing lanes. Ule Sarr is on fire right now. Trinity Rodman looks good. I mean, this is a yacked front line for the Washington Spirit, and Portland defensively have been quite in shambles. Not just in their back line, but all over the field. They always look like you're a step behind when you defend regardless, but they look like they're all having different ideas of how to approach team defending. That is not something that you can let slip when you're playing a team like the Spirit. I expect Spirit to kind of punch him in the mouth in this match.
No Croy Bethune for Washington Spirit. She's now on the SCI list. Who has to step up, Christine, for this Washington side?
I think Sarr's been doing a great job. I mean, especially with Trinity, but Lacey Santos, the very quick, I'd say, integration, and she's been really smooth. Even in their friendly, ahead of her actually making her league debut, looked really solid. So I feel like they're in a good place just as a team.
Yeah, I would say so. We'll see that big match happening on Saturday at 12:30. You can watch it on CBS. Another big one is number 8 Bay FC against number 10 Racing Louisville. Bay FC. I don't know what's happening. That's why you guys are here, to tell me what the heck is happening, because they're coming off a huge 3-1 win over Portland last weekend. They are at home at PayPal Park, but they haven't kept a clean sheet in 6 matches. Darian, what's the number one thing Bay needs to carry over from last week to pick up points against Louisville?
Putting away their chances. But ultimately, I love these matches because this is what the NWSL is about, baby. Bay FC versus Louisville, fighting for a playoff position. Both teams conceding a lot of goals, not really playing a full 90-minute match. But we're seeing those connections in the attack come together, so they're scoring goals. But these are games where you aren't sure what's going to happen. It's whoever puts them away on the day and has a little bit more of a team win. They're both not playing the most beautiful soccer. I think both still trying to develop what that identity is. I mean, both coaches talked in kind of lofty terms about their style of play and how they operate. I wonder if we'll see that edge, that bite of this is what this team's DNA is going forward. Going into playoffs, we're going to be that team to do it, because it's
crunch time right now.
And that's why these matches are so fun, because you really see who has that dog in them.
It is absolutely crunch time, Christine. Louisville is at 8, or Bay is at 8th. Louisville is at 10th. Racing needs points.
Oh,
right
absolutely.
now.
And I think they made that clear, that they understood that. Bev Yanez, with the signings that she made very, very recently. So Balser coming in to add that reinforcement of firepower to ensure they are finding the back of the net, because they do have those goal scoring problems. But even picking up Courtney Peterson to reinforce that defense that we knew she really needed to fill in, that once they traded away Carson, I think they have the personnel finally. Let's see them implement.
Have they had enough time to put the new personnel together?
It's been, 1 week now? Yeah, one match week where they're all together as a collective. They may need a little bit more time, but I think Bev Yanez knows there's urgency and there isn't time to be had. I think the trainings are probably really wild in Louisville right now. I'd like to just jump in and see what happens.
I'm like the ominous Cheshire cat over here. The clock is
Also grasping
at something over here.
I don't know.
Listen to this fun fact. I love our research team. Shout out Adriana. Bay FC is the only NWSL team to not have a draw this year. Meanwhile, Racing Louisville is tied for the most with 7 draws. What are the odds it's a draw?
Louisville loves to draw. The default is to draw for Louisville. Ever since their inception, that's brutal to me. That's worse than a loss of having so many draws and Bay to never have any. That's
just gotta
pretty funny.
Exactly. And Louisville, just look at Orlando last year. They didn't have enough draws, right? They had too many losses that didn't push them over the playoff line. With 10 wins, they didn't make the postseason. So crunch time for Bay and for Louisville. There's a lot on the line between these two sides. Another big matchup, the first of the season, between Angel City and Seattle Reign. It is at BMO Stadium in LA. Angel City is on this 2-match win streak. Alyssa Thompson, 3 goals in just 2 matches. They sit in 9th place and they have to pick up points to stay in playoff contention. I mean, it is the playoff push right now, Darian, but whose shoulders does it fall on for Angel City?
Oh, Alyssa Thompson and Claire Emsley for me. These are 2 players that can turn a game on its head when they're in good form, when they're feeling confident. As an attacker, I feel like your confidence is easy to shake up when things aren't going your way. I think we've seen both of those players actually struggle when a shot is missed or something's just a little bit off and they kind of fall away from the game. Alyssa Thompson's on fire. Claire Emsley looks great. Those 2 can really dictate the game on the wing spaces, and especially going against a Seattle backline who I don't think can withstand that pace. They can really take advantage of it. But on the other side, Seattle, G?
Ooh.
G? How are you going to stop G? I don't know. Watching her come in against Louisville was so impressive to me. Seattle was missing some edge, somebody to have some audacity to take shots, to throw their body on the line. The smallest player on the field getting on the end of a corner and it resulting in a goal. I mean, she is a player for me that can really lead Seattle to a win in this match.
Seattle needs someone to take charge, Christine, because
they do.
The Reign have only picked up 4 points on the road this year, and they may travel to LA.
They haven't had teeth this whole season, but I think, unfortunately for the Reign, I think that Angel City are on an upswing, and I do think Alyssa Thompson is rightfully feeling herself. They're going to have to do battle.
It'll be big. It's going to be hard, too, for Seattle to go into BMO and play against an in-form Angel City side. How does Laura Harvey and the Seattle Reign side need to shape their mindset on the road in this big matchup?
I mean, I feel like they have been very up and down all season long, and there hasn't been this equilibrium. I know, obviously, Laura Harvey was out this last match with illness, and they managed to turn it out, I guess, maybe in her absence. I think maybe stay the course, but acknowledging that Angel City very much have playoffs in mind. So
it's a little bit of like disrupt, but also play your own game.
I think they need to maintain that grittiness that they proved in the second half of the match against Louisville and bring that from the jump against Angel City. BMO's a difficult stadium to play at. The atmosphere is heavy. Everyone's booing you, cheering against you. Need to come out and have that bite.
They did it last week against Louisville, as you said, a come from behind 3-2 win for the Reign. Can they make it a streak? What makes it a streak? 2 games, 3 games?
We can give them a streak with 2 because it's been rough.
That is grasping for straws.